Good morning. I'm going to share my screen here shortly. Good morning. Our team is here to present our work on developing an evaluation framework for blockchain selection and supply chain. So part of our team, Dr. Karpak, she's a distinguished professor emeritus from Youngstown State University. I'm Deepa Iyer. I am an assistant professor in the Department of Information Systems from Cleveland State University, also in Ohio. Dr. Topke, he's a professor in the Industrial Engineering Department at Istanbul Technical University. And I'm sure he's busy in another session of the same conference right now. We have Mustafa Sahin. He is a practitioner with a tremendous experience in helping organizations select technological solutions. He's the CEO at Insan Technology. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. And then we have Emre Turkman, also a practitioner, product manager at KocDigital, and also doing his PhD in industrial engineering at Istanbul Technical University.
Professor Deepa, here, your slides are not moving. Now we go to slide 6. I believe
it will move. It will move, yeah.
Oh, I apologize. I think I was on full screen and it probably, when I shared my screen, it's not. Okay. Well, I can, just kind of go back and give you a little bit of preview of who we are, and then I'll proceed. All right. So today we'll first talk about why this particular stream of research, introduction to blockchain technology, basic features, and then the adoption model that we are considering, various factors that would be considered in this framework, the alternative blockchain platforms that are being evaluated in our study, and the methodology, the analytical network processing, and the conclusion. So we looked into what's happening right now in the industry, and we realized that blockchain is an emerging technology that has exhaustive applications, especially in supply chain. But research is a little bit behind in providing practical frameworks that can be used by industry in choosing the best platform for a specific need. So we wanted to consider blockchain adoption from a multifaceted perspective. So as we know, information systems are not just technical systems, they are socio-technical systems. So the adoption factors should represent factors coming in from multiple facets of technology adoption. So we looked into extent research, and we did not find too much research that looks into technology adoption from such a perspective. And we also saw that extent research is sparse in considering alternative blockchain platforms in the adoption decision, which is also a very important factor in practice. So as organizations go through the process of choosing a specific blockchain platform for a specific application, they have multiple choices to look into, and our research seeks to consider those alternatives in the model. So we are bringing together a team of scholars and industry experts in developing a platform that can be useful for organizations that want to adopt blockchain for a specific application. So we have a diverse skill set within our team. The research questions that we are tackling, first of all, we want to look into the factors that dictate what would be the best blockchain selection for a particular supply chain in an organizational context. We also want to dig into the degrees of importance and the influence of different factors that would impact such a blockchain selection decision. We also want to understand the priorities of different blockchain systems that are available and the sensitivity of our results to change in criteria prominence. As you all may already be aware of, blockchain is an emerging technology. It is a distributed ledger technology that is an alternative to centralized database systems. Blockchain consists of a series of records that are time-stamped and are immutable and managed by a cluster of computers as opposed to being owned by a single node or entity. The participants in the blockchain platform can view the ledgers, the records, and the transactions. The recorded transactions are transparent and they are available for analysis by the participants. Different blockchain platforms have different rules of engagement, consensus rules of engagement to validate transactions that guarantee the integrity of the system, even if there is an anomaly where one or two nodes may choose to be dishonest or not participate. One of the main features of blockchain that makes it so useful, especially in supply chain applications, is the concept of smart contracts. So it is a program that is automatically initiated when certain contractual terms have been met. So the program can automatically start a transaction or initiate a transaction as long as certain conditions have been met. This is very helpful, especially in financial activities, to make sure that funds are available to the projects in a timely fashion. Everybody is paid on time without the need for any third-party intervention. So payments, invoicing, accountancy processes, all these processes can benefit from the implementation of smart contracts, as it does away with the need for administrative support or any bureaucratic barriers. So given these features of blockchain, it is a promising technology in supply chain applications, and as more and more organizations are considering blockchain adoption, we are looking into factors that help an organization decide which blockchain platform to adopt and implement. So we looked into extant research to identify factors that have already been discovered by scholars in enabling blockchain adoption. And we organized these factors based on the theoretical clusters provided by the Diffusion of Innovation and Technology Organizational Environmental Frameworks. Now, these two frameworks are very popular in information systems research in identifying factors that enable enterprise adoption of technology. So the factors that we found in extant research, we clustered them into the clusters that have already been identified by the DOI and the TOE theory. So let me just go back in here. So the DOI theory has two clusters: innovation characteristics and organizational characteristics. The TOE theory has three clusters: technology context, organizational context, and environmental context. So the decision that we are looking into in our study is which is the best fitting blockchain platform for a specific application, for a specific organization. So given the nature of the decision that we are looking into, we have decided not to include the organizational characteristics, because the organizational characteristics looks into it's helpful in the decision question of should we adopt blockchain or not. We're assuming that the organization has already made the decision to adopt the blockchain and are now deciding between alternative frameworks. So given that our decision question is slightly different, the organizational characteristics are not considered in the study. So the technical characteristics are the technology factors are again clustered into subclusters. The technical characteristics include factors such as security and privacy, the effectiveness of security and privacy protocols afforded by the platform, performance expectancy. This looks into factors such as speed, throughput, and reliability of the specific platform. And information quality. What is the quality of information measured in terms of relevance, timeliness, accuracy that is provided by the blockchain platform? The architecture subcluster consists of factors such as infrastructure, both the physical and organizational factors that support the adoption and implementation of the specific platform. Scalability, the ability of the platform to scale up to the required number of transactions needed in a specific context. Network extensibility, the ability of the platform to extend itself to the number of nodes needed in a specific application without compromising the performance of the network. Resource support and maturity cluster. This looks into the support and resources available for the particular platforms, such as documentation, technical support from the vendor, the maturity of the platform, how mature the platform is in its developmental stage compared to the other platforms. We have the economic cluster that looks into the total cost of owning a specific platform, such as the initial cost, the licensing cost, and the operation and maintenance cost. So we have one-time cost as well as recurring costs considered within this subcluster. The environmental factors looks into clusters such as market dynamics, the degree of competition in the market, which may force the decision of adopting a specific platform, the market response time in terms of the development and deployment of a specific platform, the demand for a specific platform, and the availability of vendors for that specific platform. The regulatory and legal environmental cluster looks into the specific laws and regulation that may be applicable to a specific platform, as well as the industry standards, the conformance of the platform to specific standards required in the specific industry. Incentives and research subcluster looks into the incentives and support that may be provided by the government or other third-party agencies for a specific platform. The R&D going on that aids the development of a specific platform. Skills and expertise subcluster looks into the technical skills and expertise in terms of consultants or the level of skill in the workforce, the expertise available in a specific platform, as well as the stakeholder influence stemming from partners and collaborators forcing the decision to adopt one platform over the other. The innovation factors look into the characteristics of the innovation, such as the complexity of the platform, the compatibility of the platform to the organizational needs, the adoption and implementation process, such as trialability, like does the organization have the ability to try out the specific platform for a period of time before deciding to implement it or to adopt it. observability, the tangibility of the benefits that can aid the adoption process, and long-term viability, as in the feasibility or the viability in the long term for the organization to sustain the maintenance of this particular platform. We have also added another factor, given the focus on sustainability. We have added the environmental social governance factor, which looks into the eco-friendliness of the specific platform. We look into four alternative platforms in our research: the Hyperledger Fabric, which is an open source blockchain platform, Ethereum Quorum, Corda, and Avalanche. So these platforms are all similar to one another, but still have distinctive features, especially in terms of their consensus protocols that have been implemented. So they are similar in certain respects, but also have certain distinctive features. I'll turn it over to Birsen now to explain our methodology.
I gave up explaining the methodology because I would like to give the rest of the time to our industrial expert. I think whatever he is going to share with us will be quite interesting for the rest of the audience. Okay, Sahin Bey, the floor is yours.
Hi, can you hear my voice?
Yes, we do.
Hello, everyone. I am Sahin the CEO of Insan Technology, a software company developing blockchain projects. We have worked on blockchain projects with some of the leading companies in Europe. Blockchain as an innovative technology attracts the attention of major companies. However, its current state doesn't offer a perfect solution for all needs. For example, some blockchain systems are fast but less secure, while others are highly secure but decentralized. Therefore, selecting the right blockchain tailored to a company's need is critically important and time-consuming process. As we know, time is really important for companies. Moreover, due to GDPR and data privacy requirements, corporate companies often cannot use public blockchains. This limits their options for customized solutions. If you are considering buying a vehicle for your company and ask me, Shahin, should we choose a sport car or a bus or a truck for our company? I wouldn't provide an immediate answer. Instead, I would ask, what do you need it for? Where will you use it for? And how many people do you need to transport with it? If you need to transport 30 people, answer is simple. I would recommend a bus. If speed is your priority, a sports car would be a better choice. The key is asking the right question to determine the criteria that matter most and making a decision based on that. We applied the same principle when selecting blockchain technology, asking the right questions and trying to understand companies' priorities. By evaluating a company's needs and priorities, and by making some trade-offs, we score and identify the most suitable blockchain solution for them. This approach ensures that each organization chooses the right technology to meet its unique requirements. Thank you.
So we have some time for questions.
Birsen, I have a question.
Go ahead.
So blockchain is an area that I do quite a bit of work in, and it seems to me that there's one fundamental question missing right now from the model, and that is what, or maybe it's in there and I just missed it. The first question that one probably is going to ask is, what cloud platform are you currently using? For instance, if I'm on AWS, I'm probably going to use their Ethereum hosted system on AWS. And then all the other questions don't matter at all. And I don't know if you, Deepa, I see you nodding. Have you thought about that?
Yeah. Actually, we thought about it. I think Deepa as well as Sahin Bey can really understand. Actually, for example, in Turkey, they have to use certain cloud systems. Okay. I think you can elaborate about it, Sahin Bey. I think Deepa wants to say something as well.
First, yes. I can give an answer, and maybe Deepa can continue my answer. First of all, why selecting blockchains using cloud systems are important. So, for example, Corda has an ability to use Amazon-ready cloud systems. So, in United States, people prefer this. But on the other side, by using Docker and Kubernetes with the virtualized cloud systems, these projects can be used in Amazon or Google or any other cloud system. So it's not an issue for the companies, but Corda has some built-in Amazon services. So you can start by developing blockchain by using next. This is an easy and this is an good reason to select for companies.
Deepa, I think you are going to say something, Deepa. Yeah.
So within our innovation cluster, we have a factor called compatibility, where we look into the level of compatibility of the platform with extant organizational infrastructure. So we can, factor in, okay, well, will this be supported on a specific platform that we already have? Do we need anything extra? All those factors can be considered in that cluster.
Any others?
We have now out of time.
May I ask one question?
Yeah, this is the last one, so you can ask.
I was just
Dr. Verma.
I was just confused with the environmental factor. There was a skill expert. How this can be considered as an environmental factor?
I'm sorry, what factor?
Environmental factor.
Okay, so
slide number 18.
Okay.
18 or something.
So 18 is the innovation factor?
No, wherever this environmental factor is there.
Okay. So we have market dynamics, we have regulatory and legal environment, incentives and research, and skills and expertise in the
that's how it falls in the environmental factor.
So if you're looking into, let's say, you want to hire a consultant, a consulting firm to help you with the adoption process. And if you're looking at the expertise available in the market right now on a particular platform, let's say Avalanche versus Hyperledger, you might see that there aren't that many consultants who are, well-versed in Avalanche. So you may be kind of like, I want to go with the blockchain where I have experts available in the industry that can support the adoption process. So that might come in as a factor. Just like when we look for software, we want to always go in for a software that is well known and for which it's well supported in the industry.
So it has nothing to do with the climate kind of things.
No, it's not got to do with it. Okay. It's the external environment, as in the vendors, the consultants, the workforce skill, etc.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Great. Yeah.
But we have used ESG as well.
Yeah.
And actually, trend is using more environment friendly blockchains. Okay?
Yeah.
I think Sahin Bey can tell us. They are just switching. They are selecting instead of proof of work. They are using different technologies to consider the environment as well. Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, we exceeded 3 minutes. Thank you, Valeria. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Is there another session after us, or is it a break time?
The break.
It's the break time.
It's a break. Yeah, we just took some of break time.
Unless you don't want, we'll keep you here.
Yeah, break time. Hi, Rakesh. Very good.